My name, I go by Nomadic Libah, and I'll give you the backstory to that. A nomad is someone who wanders from place to place, and Libah means lion in Somali. So I try to represent my identity in who I am through my artist name. And people call you an artist, musician, or poet. I say I'm a rhythmic assisted poet. And you're gonna see why tonight. Alright?
Come on.
So I'm gonna start off with a few short poems. Very short. And the first one. One second, please.
Energy.
We're all here for you. Did you take your time?
This first one, okay, let me give you a little backstory. A lot of my pieces stem from questions. Because through questions, you get answers.
Yeah.
They might not be the right answer, they might not be the wrong answer. But they're answers nonetheless, which allow you to expand on where you stand. To understand, to overstand.
Yeah, I understand.
You get me? Then you really understand. I'll explain that one at the end. So, this poem is called Question Is. Question is, if the morning was a song, what would it sing? If the night was a feeling, where would it take you? If the sun was a sonnet, what would its words be? And if you were the moon, how would you mirror the sea? In these questions I ask, what do you feel from what you see? Not with your eyes, but what lies beneath. For the soul tells the mind what to believe, especially at times when the eyes try to deceive from the limited perspective of what they can perceive. That is question is. So think about those questions. Yeah! Thank you very much. Questions, right? Life gives you questions every day and you give your answers. That's an accumulation of your time. Life. So, the next piece is called Grey Painted. And you can interpret that title any way you want it, as a painted or pain that's, it's timid, but I digress. Dark days bring some heavy pain. Each day fades away down memory lane. The grey times never seem to change until a big tide brings a new wave. Could be from an invite or a new stage. Could be what it would be, not what it should be in life's game. The same way time span is different to your time frame, for your time span determines your eternal life plan, whilst your time frame gives insight into the end game, not the ending. Cementing, not contending, befriending, not pretending. Giving to not receive, not lending for what you may retrieve, for all actions and intentions are weighted deeds and then weighed against each. So what do you think is waiting for thee? For with sabr comes ease.
Yes.
For with patience comes relief. And we are all tested indeed.
Come on.
Thank you. Now, I'm gonna go into the musical section.
Hey!
What's the purpose? I like questions, right?
Yeah.
This one is called What's the Purpose? And why is it called What's the Purpose? Because life, thank you very much, Mama Zen. Everybody has a purpose, you just have to define what yours is. Over your lifetime and your lifespan, you can accumulate this to be what you see from what you see in it. You get me? If you get it, you get it. If you don't, forget it. But what I'm trying to say is everybody has a purpose. And your purpose is individualistic as well as general. General as just do as much good as you can. Then find how to make that personal to you. Whenever you're ready, DJ.
Cheers.
Nice and mellow, tranquilo, muy
Tranquilo.
caliente.
Papito.
Papito, despacito. Yo,
Yeah.
what's the purpose for what you seek? What's the truths that you wish to keep? What are your hopes and dreams? What do you know and have come to see? What do you keep close as your company? If you afforded the luxury,
Come on.
who have you loved wrongly or lustfully? As long as deep down it wasn't wrong of thee. Far from normality, to question one's own reality. When the norm is to conform and live casually, it can drive you to the point of insanity. When you don't realize your capacity, and life passes by so gradually, you're left with turmoil and agony, causing your own calamity. Never living up to all you could be because of the way that you look and see. Your perspective is reflective of what you deem, so choose wisely in what you see. So don't try to feel weak, do your best by being you and nothing less means all marks are met in the trials of a test. So I profess it's so part of the process. In order to excel, you need the intel as well to dive and delve and realize yourself, the real lies which disguise themselves behind the eyes that hide so well. Or the naivety to believe life would pass by easily. When this nightmare became a dream for me, even when it was never deemed to be for those even more keen than me. A dreamer can dream to seek, but the difference is if they have the will and belief to turn those dreams into scenes they see, or those scenes simply remain make-believe. What's the purpose for what you seek? What's the truths that you wish to keep? What are your hopes and dreams? What do you know and have come to see? Who do you keep close as your company? If you afforded the luxury, who have you loved longingly or lustfully? As long as deep down it wasn't wrong of thee. Balance is the key to maintain your steed, regardless of speed. Increase your breath as you breathe. Deeper learning the more you read. Food for thought for your mind to feed. Don't be deceived by what your eyes can see. Plant your seed to find your tree. Don't waste your time even though time is free. Don't waste your time even though time is willpower and determination can change and create inspiration for the whole world, not just the nation. When information from procreation becomes a proclamation, at least the innovation in any environment undertaken, raising the collective conscious and aspirations, not for newspapers or haters on a hiatus with two faces. Mood changes, then it's updated to the new status. What's the purpose for what you seek? What's the truth that you wish to keep? What are your hopes and dreams? What do you know and have come to see? Who do you keep close as your company? If you afforded the luxury, who have you loved longingly or lustfully? As long as deep down it wasn't wrong of thee.
There you
Thank you. Like I said, I'm taking you on a journey. I might not have said that, but I'm saying it right now. So, quick plug for some things that I actually do in it. I'm a creative curator. That means I curate different experiences. So recently I started a series online on a poetry platform that I established called Poetically Perplexed, which is a series for poets just like everybody in here and everybody who's not a poet, called People That Are Poets. And this is a monthly series with different poets. So if you're a poet and you like to be featured on a platform and have your written work showcased, as well as who you are, links and everything, let me know after this, and then yeah, I got you. People That Are Poets. So there's another series that links into something else called Poetic Free Flow, where I just freestyle the poetry, no pen. So you're gonna see it in motion. So where do I start? Where do I begin? Life already started, but where does it end? People play a game, but they like to play pretend because it's not Sega, it's a Genesis, verse chapter 1. If you understand and you overstand, but how do you understand, expand on where you stand? Oh, it got kind of confusing, fam. I mean, to understand means your internalized perspective reflected on the outside. But that's kind of hard to understand on the downtime. Because we're all chasing money, just trying to make money, trying to make money, trying to make money. If you had so much money, would you grow a money tree? But that same money would not be monetary. It's the fundamental principle of what life is. Life is priceless, but people only understand that in moments of crisis. But I think that's enough time for Poetic Free Flow.
Come on.
Next one, bro.
Yeah, that's freestyle, yeah?
Yeah. That's a little segment. If you want to see more of that, that's on the Insta. Poetic Free Flow. We're on episode 3 right now. That was just episode 4 right now, recording live. Hey!
Hey!
So, the next track Nameless.
Hey.
Oh, by the way, I dropped this song, a music video for it on YouTube at 6 o'clock today. So after you finish here, type in Nomadically back on YouTube. You see this music video edited by the Metaphorist. Big up the Meta. Ain't no better than Meta, but run him the cheddar.
Run me the
You
cheddar.
get me?
Oh, run me the
So
cheddar.
this one's called Nameless. Ask me why is it called Nameless?
Why is it called Nameless though?
Because some things just don't need to be said.
Hey.
You get it, right?
Yeah. Hey.
It's a gully thing, I can't lie. It's a bars, if you like old school hip hop, if you like philosophy and motion. Can everyone take a deep breath?
One more.
Yo,
Yeah, come on.
listen. Life is what you make it. If you got a shot, take it. Every life is sacred, even though it's forsaken. For the steps that they've taken, maybe even mistook. If it was a mistake, how much will it weigh on your heart or on the scale? The scale which determines the world as well. Which world will you dwell? The high gates of heaven or the depths of hell? Maybe it feels like you're living in hell because you haven't taken time to inhale and be thankful for where you are now. Not wherefore art thou? Somehow we are where we are now, and that's a blessing. Make the most of the present before your future passes by and you're wishing for seconds. Reminiscing past lessons which I be stressing. Does it seem so depressing when it's past the present tense? Does it seem so immense? Another series of events, minus the suspense of it all happening again, which then cements thoughts which were dense to their contents and context, based on how complex the construct, conduit for the conscious to discuss disillusion and distrust of self or false memories concealed, limiting your view of the field or how much your actions will yield. So let's keep it real, for real. Most people won't express how they feel because it how reflects of themselves. So concerned with others as well that it doesn't always end so well. Kinda like the story of Orwell. All I do is wish us all well. From the beginning to the farewell. How does that farewell to be a so swell? Climbing life's hill, all for the thrill. This feeling's really surreal. To understand, time doesn't always heal. Wounds that won't seal, but what does appeal? Is understanding these wounds build, regardless how they first feel or how deep they dwell. Cause sometimes it feels like you're living in a cell, and sometimes it feels like you're living in hell. Always looking down, so you never see what's up in the world. Accidental or coincidental, maybe even sentimental, in the sense that you meant to do what you did do. If not you, then who should choose whether you win or lose? Depends on your point to prove. Even if there was a point at all, that could be your pitfall. Not pitiful, more like pivotal. A tool to increase residuals, majorly not minuscule. Sustain growth, prolonged scope, makes moves, massive, not minute. I got a talk to them, cause they ain't got a clue of the lies disguised as the truth. It in plain view for you to view, but the most choose to do, act like they ain't even got a clue. Two twos, they got more than a few screws loose, more like misconstrued and confused, without an idea of the truth. When rumors have a consumed to a tune and assume and presume from midnight morning to noon, singing to their tune, out of tune, wishing on a star, was watching the moon, living life on loop, like an episode of Scooby-Doo, and Scooby ain't got a clue, minus the mystery and the crew. I'm explaining this point of view, once again, missing the main point they're trying to prove. Life is what you make it, if you got a shot, take it. Every life is sacred, even those feeling forsaken.
Video out today.
Big up. One more, yeah? Okay. You know what I was gonna do? I got one more left, innit? You want a song or you want some poetry? You let me know. Poetry. Song.
Poetry.
Alright, raise the hands. We'll do the hands. Poetry or song? Do both? Ah, yes.
He said both.
You know what? The poems are really short anyway, so it's a banger. The
Yeah.
poem is called A Timeless Smile.
Oh, I like this.
It's a whole different vibe, isn't it?
It's a whole new world.
Your smile carries more joy than words can express.
Come on.
You wear your heart on your sleeve and well, your essence exudes a scent hard to forget. The way your dimples light up the corners of your eyes make me get lost in time.
Come on. Jeez.
I love the way when you smile is contagious. You bring joy to others simply through your presence. Your kind nature is felt by all those you are around. You light up a room whenever you're around.
Jeez. Come on.
A hug with you would last for a moment,
Come on.
but feel as if it was a lifetime. Your smile is an image I could happily get lost in, knowing that in that picture is a moment I will always cherish.
Come on.
The way your cheeks turn rosy when you resonate with what I said will always make you hard to forget. If I were to never see you smile again, it would be one of my greatest regrets.
Pop, pop, pop.
May you smile always,
Come on.
for your smile is timeless.
Yeah, yeah. Come on. Love poetry, yeah? Love poetry.
love poetry, but I put me on game still.
Yeah, come
Can't
on.
lie.
I'm the teacher.
Yeah, he's a teacher still.
Teacher still.
Listen, this is the last track for me that I'm gonna do you, and guess what? I got a surprise for all of you lot. This track here is gonna be out in 8 days on all streaming platforms.
Come on.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
The other one, Nameless, there's only a music video on YouTube. That's the only place you can watch it. This one here is called Teach to Be Taught.
Yes.
And I'll give you an example of what it means before we go into it. Teach to Be Taught was an education program which was launched in the 70s in Somalia, which increased the literacy from 5% to over 90%.
Come
Well,
on.
how did they do it? Anybody who got educated or learned something went to the remote regions and taught everybody. Teach to be taught. Little history
Come
right
on.
there. You ready?
Yeah, yeah. Come, spin that room.
Deeper one. You gotta hear the lyrics in the back of that. Yeah, what man? What we doing?
On the journey,
Okay.
seeking
Mm-hmm.
to learn.
Okay, I like to learn. Yo.
Yo,
Learn to teach or teach to be taught. What's it all for? So what's it all for? Learn to teach or teach to be taught. What's it all for? So what's it all for? Walking through the willows, wondering on what isn't. Wondering why I've been confined to a condition of mental conflictions, a self-imposed prison. That when it sets in, the feeling's so unsettling. Will it make a difference? Looking down the distance when the present tense loses its presence in essence. Each second to each concession, leading to the next thing. So what is success then? When the best thing is the next thing, it becomes a head spin, chasing the next win. The thrill to be better or the best thing got me wrestling the enemy when my own enemy is the energy. My enemy dreads to see a fake fantasy of what is yet to be, let alone couldn't be. Imagery and vision to redefine prisms, schisms of an ism riddled in how I'm living. A state of indifference, but it doesn't seem to make a difference when the scope of vision blinds the mind's wisdom. In an instant, lost in the inference of when I was an infant, I couldn't see a limit. Guided by what was gifted, bestowed upon those given the means to add to what it means, thought of for what it means, interpreting the scene at the scene, or late up remembered his dreams, branching closer indeed. Less is deemed to me, less on being me, more so. Dear indeed's the essence of being present in the tense, propelling the feeling, breathing deeper meaning as it seeps in. Let her revealing a newfound ceiling of heights which know no peak. Mountainous terrains where the clouds count as sheep and the waters run deep. Same way we all bleed, it's the same way we all need a little self-belief. It's still with the will to strive and achieve. So all I'm gonna say is,
Come on.
learn to teach or teach to be taught. What's it all for?
Now what's it?
Learn to teach or teach to be taught.
What's it all for?
So
Now
what's it all for? Learn to teach or teach to be taught. What's it all for? So what's it all for?
Come on.
Peace, love, and
Yeah, yeah.
respect, everyone. Tonight.